Good morning, Pulsicans and Hexicans. This is the DeFi Crypto Alliance show, the loudest megaphone in Pulse Chain land, where we are doing our best to bridge the gap between our fellow entrepreneurs and the best damn crypto community around Pulse Chain, where we're going to use cryptocurrency as a wealth creation tool and use real estate and other real world assets as a wealth preservation tool. I feel like these two asset classes are beautiful married together, and one could go and change the trajectory of their family tree if they play their cards just right with these two asset classes. It's incredibly important to understand both. You guys here on the DeFi Crypto Alliance show obviously understand crypto at a very granular level. You understand these assets. You understand that you're in the right place at the right time. You have the belief. You understand that Diamond Hand is the way, and that we are going to see the cycle come to fruition as we're moving through here towards the end of the year. And so, what did I want to do today's show about was kind of do a little bit of, bring up some charts that I saw floating around on Twitter, and kind of just do a little bit of kind of predicting the top based off these charts. You're hearing from everybody. They think the top of the cycle will be in October. Like, if you look at the time of the 4-year cycle, that's where the top is supposed to be in at. But like, when every big KOL on every crypto channel and everybody and their mom is saying they are going to sell in October, the market does not give you what you want, not in full masses like that. Usually the market will throw you a curveball, and something else will happen. A surprise will happen, and you end up getting faked out, or you sell at the wrong time, or the market, will push the top a little bit longer than what everyone anticipated. And that's what I want to kind of bring up today to see what your guys' thoughts are. I come on the show to basically see what you guys think, what your guys' analyses are, because I'm not the smartest guy in the room, and I want a bit of bounce these ideas off you guys, and then you guys can educate me. First, though, let's go check out the secret chart and see if there's anything crazy going on in our ecosystem. Let me bring it up first before I bring it over. But I want to make sure that we are in the right place at the right time. I do believe there's not much going on since the last time we've looked at it, but let's go ahead and take a quick look. Make sure that it's looking the same. I'm going to go ahead and put it on ETH, because that's what we do. We measure it against Ethereum. Pulse measured in ETH on the weekly is what we like to see. I think that is the chart to be looking at all times to understand where exactly we are at. And here we go. So yeah, it's looking exactly the same. Let me go ahead and remove that. Just kind of hanging out in this zone underneath the SEC FUD channel is what I like to call it. I would love to see us get above this again. I think we will. I think we need one more push down, in my opinion, against ETH, not against the dollar. We don't need it really against the dollar, but before we come back up, and that would be that lower high we so desperately need for great market structure, and then we can go off to the races. Does it have to happen? No. Ethereum just did a V bottom, and it's doing amazing gains right now. We'll see where it ends up topping at, but it's doing wonderfully. We're having a small bit of a pullback right now, a cooling off period, if you will, which is to be expected. Nothing just goes up forever. But while we're during this cooling off period, we're just kind of floating sideways. So we've been hanging out here, 405, the half sack price, right? For a while now, and I said, this is probably going to be a red candle coming down to retest this midway point on the big fat W here. This is on the weekly against the dollar, guys. We want to come down and retest this zone, and then retest that midpoint, and then take off. I think that's what most likely would happen. I have no idea. I'm just a guy on the internet who speculates on his own money. But this is what I look at when I'm trying to, analyze and see if I'm in the right place at the right time, see if this stuff is still legitimate. And with structure like this, guys, like this is a TA guy's wet dream. This is on the weekly. This massive W coming down like this with a lower high here against the dollar. This is a TA guy's wet dream, guys. This is something that is setting up for a absolutely parabolic move. Once again, not financial advice. I have no idea what will happen, right? I'm just looking at it from a unbiased perspective with no emotion and say, okay, am I still in the right assets? And TA says yes. Pulse X is a 4038, nothing special. Ink still $1.90. Anything under $2 is highway robbery. Hex still sitting at 1.1 cents, nothing crazy. EHEX can't get out of the decimal 002. I don't know what's going on with that. And then Solid X, $12, not too bad. Just hanging out sideways, guys. We've been hanging out in this last zone for quite a while. But a lot of people were fudding on Twitter saying that, everyone's selling this down. Technically, guys, no. Look, this whole area here did not get sold down. We washed the sellers out. Remember on my show yesterday, everybody has a price. Right now, we are washing out people's price that we've hit somewhere in this half sack price, 405. We've hit their price targets and they're taking profits. They will get washed out. And once they're washed out, we can make the next move up, just like we did in this move. And just like we did in this move, the initial move. We did the initial move. We washed out a bunch of people because we hit their price. And then we did a netter move. And now we're going to wash out more people because we hit their price. That's all it is, guys. This is just markets. It's in every single chart, every single crypto, even in stocks, and you have big, massive players playing the game. So no need to fret. Just watch the charts, understand a little about TA, understand a little about markets, and you will understand that you're in the right place at the right time. And you won't fall for the FUD. You won't fall for the misery loves company KOLs over on Twitter getting you to sell your bags because they sold their bags to go buy some plant chain, some soy plant chain that you can go to Walgreens and buy off the counter for like $10. It's too much fun. It's too much fun. It's how do you not make fun of it? All right, let's show a couple of other charts that are very they got me kind of curious, I would say. And you guys can give me your input. You guys remember when I did a show like a week ago and I said, hey, I think I know where the macro top is at. And then I showed all those real estate charts showing that we're at an all-time high against the dollar, even counting inflation in. People who are married, and first-time homeowners at our all-time low because they're getting priced out. And neither charts are showing us that a crash is coming. Another chart that is very interesting that I did want to show to kind of piggyback off that. This is wild to me. I can't believe it. Look at this. This is new houses. New houses are now cheaper than existing houses. This is the first time in history that I know of. And of course, on this chart, now who knows this? It only goes back to 1999. But new houses are now cheaper than existing homes. You might be thinking to yourself, what in the hell? Why would that be? Because home builders, what they do is they do very extensive market analysis, looking into the future as the best they possibly can, right? Nobody can predict the future perfectly, but these guys do a really good job. And they look 6 months into the future and they base their prices when they're selling their new builds off of projections of homes in the future. It's not what homes are selling for today. It's what homes are selling for tomorrow. Plus, it's based off of materials that it takes to build the home, right? The cost of lumber, the cost of, stucco, tiles, plumbing, all the stuff that it takes to build a house, right? It's costly to build a house. I've done it. It sucks. But that's also taken into account when they're pricing in what they're going to sell their homes for. Um, so this is basically looking into the future. This is telling me a crash is coming. It was $33,500 cheaper to buy a new house versus existing house in June of 2025. Look at this. You guys understand these volume bar metrics, right? It went negative. What the heck? This is insane. I've never seen this before. Even here, man, when they came close, there was a correction. It came close, there's a correction. Man, we crossed over. Man, I think this is signaling to be 2026 for an absolute just massive, massive correction in the housing market. And that is going to, bring the entire U.S. economy with it to its knees, in my opinion. So once again, what do we do with this information? What do we do with this knowledge? We are going to play this bull run in crypto, really lean in, make some effing money, right? Whether it's a 5x, 10x, 15x, 100x, I have no idea, right? But make some effing money and then take profits. We're big advocates of taking profits in the show. We are not going to round trip our bags. I know some of you guys might have some long stakes and hex, and that's fine. Don't go nuking your stakes. That's a big no-no, because then you lose all that money anyways. But for your liquid bags, take profits and then go to look into buying some legacy stuff. I mean, this is an opportunity of a lifetime to lock in, some legacy wealth. Housing's a great storage of value that always appreciates and always pays passive income. And I'll be looking into more the apartment sectors and more like the syndication part of being in the money piece in a lot of this equation when the crash comes. And with syndications, you can make 15 to 25% IRR on your money. That's passive income. And in crypto terms, that's APY, right? That's what we understand. In the real estate world, it's called IRR, internal rate of return. But yeah, so you can make a good 20% IRR and then get appreciation. And the cool part about syndications is they work almost like shares, and you can sell your position out whenever you want. Sometimes you got to read the fine print in the contracts and see what is allowed. But if you can exit out your position, you can get your liquidity back and you can go buy the Bitcoin bottom, right? That's kind of the idea here. But this could be a very lucrative time in history that we only had an opportunity on back in 2009 to 11 when the last big crash came. So this is crazy. New houses are now cheaper than existing houses. That's wild to me. That is wild. So that's a fun one. Let's predict the Bitcoin top for fun. Just for shits and giggles. Let's predict the Bitcoin top. Now I got this from Collins. So full credit out to Collins Talks Crypto. I don't know where he got it from. But I thought it was a very interesting analysis because everyone thinks it's the top's coming in October. Once again, when everyone thinks something is going to happen, the market usually does something else. It's always been that way. So this particular guy, like I said, I don't think it was Collins. It was somebody else. He was sharing their information, but he's saying extrapolating the extending Bitcoin cycles where each has been 4 months longer than the previous. The current cycle could last 37 months from the low of the cycle, November 22nd, 2022, which was the low when Bitcoin hit its bottom. This would put the next cycle top around December 22nd, 2025, a Monday, which, I don't think anyone cares what day it is. But that's kind of interesting data right here. And that, to me, would make sense. Everybody sells in October, gets faked out, market pumps hard going into Christmas. People buy back in, buy the top, and get wrecked because they think it's a super cycle. Man, I could see that playing out like clockwork. Woo! That would be beautiful. And also, it makes sense to me because we haven't had really much of an altcoin season. And this gives the market this cycle time for an altcoin season. Yeah, so that's why I think this could be accurate data. So, what do you guys think? What do you guys who are smarter than me when it comes to cycles, data, and analysis? What are you guys thinking on this? You know, trend line cycles are getting longer when measured from bear market to low peak and showing diminishing returns. So we know there's diminishing returns on Bitcoin. They're starting to extend out a little bit longer, 4 months at a time. And I think this could be what, fakes out the market this time around. I don't know. This is just all speculation, but I like this. I really do. I don't see a world where everyone rides off in the sunset and sells the perfect top in October. I don't see a world like that. And that's what everyone's planning on right now, which is crazy. So based off that chart, Collins did take this and put it out there saying, is this how it's going to go down? This is interesting. Right now, we're, kind of in this area leading into October. October is no longer the top. December is the top, right? Maybe right before December, maybe around Christmas, who knows? Coming in and then having a dead cat bounce in February. This is where your altcoin season top would be at. It makes perfect sense to me that we see an altcoin season top around February. That makes so much perfect sense with everything being extended over. Like, we should have been an altcoin season before already if you want to base it off the 4-year cycle. This is what's faking everybody out. And it would put us at a top in December for Bitcoin. I don't know. This is very interesting. I'm going to be keeping my eye on this. I don't believe it's a super cycle. I don't believe this time is different. It's not what I'm saying here at all. In fact, guys who come in and who sold in October, the guys who sell in October, the big KOLs, they'll start screaming this time is different and buy back in November, December, and they'll buy back the top thinking it's a super cycle, and they'll get absolutely wrecked. They'll get wrecked. So it'd be the market showing them, don't try to predict me, bro. I don't know. It's very interesting. Collins does a great job. He's the one that kind of came up, from what I know of, maybe him and Ron Powell, with the Bitcoin pricing and M2 money supply. It's been pretty spot on. So he's done a great job so far when it comes to that. So much credit to Collins, Tots Crypto, and we'll see if this plays out. Keep your eyes peeled, right, guys? Don't fall for, everybody rising the sunset and takes profit in October. That is insane to me. But all the big KOLs, your crypto banters, and everybody else is saying, I'm selling in October. Yeah, that scares me. That scares me. So yeah, what are you guys' thoughts, man? Yeah, you guys are smart when it comes to markets. When it comes to this information, I would love to know your analysis on this. 23 of you guys watching on YouTube, let's go. Smash the likes, hit the subscribe if you like this kind of information. If you like talking about create legacy wealth for your family. Never financial advice, but when we get into the real estate side of things, that could be some financial advice. I can tell you to go buy real estate. And I can also tell you, hey, book a call with Chris at the DeFiWealthTrust.com, because Chris can advise you on what to do with the DeFi Wealth Trust, because he's licensed. He is a licensed professional. So right down the show notes is DeFiWealthTrust.com if you don't want to pay monies on your gains. In fact, I have a video I can play for you guys. Let's see if I can play this. He created a little video, really, really cool. Let's see if I can get it to play. Here it is. Also share tab audio. Let's go ahead and share this. There we go. And this will give you guys an idea of what the DeFi Wealth Trust is about. It's only a couple minutes long. And then you can go make your own decision. Once again, it's free to book the call. It's free to have the consultation. It's free to create the trust. I mean, I don't know how much more easy we can make it for you guys. But let's watch this video.
Jeff is a successful crypto investor who's ready to retire and wants to access the equity in his bags so it can continue to support him throughout retirement. Jennifer missed the last bull run and wants to exit during this one. She wants to invest some of her earnings in real estate for a few years, then buy back into crypto at the bottom and hold for the next 3 years. Tom and Amy have a lot of crypto and are thinking of diversifying their crypto holdings across several different asset classes over the next few years. They've each got different goals and different situations, but they all have a similar desire to simplify their lives and benefit from their hard-earned equity. Each of them could sell and invest the cash elsewhere, but if they do, it's likely they could pay Uncle Sam 20 to 50% or even more of the profits from the sale. So how do they keep their proceeds working for them and their families? They called the folks at defertax.com and learned about a structure called the DeFi Wealth Trust. Using this strategy, crypto is sold to the DeFi Wealth Trust, and a trustee agrees to buy the assets in exchange for an installment note payable to the sellers. The trust then sells the asset to the crypto market, and the cash doesn't end up in the hands of the original seller, it stays in the trust. There are a multitude of benefits to this transaction, but chief among them are tax deferral. The original sellers never took possession of the cash, so the tax owed is deferred. The money can be invested and grow inside the trust tax deferred since this is an installment sale and they are the lien holders. They can begin to receive payments in just about whatever dollar amount or frequency they choose, and since taxes were deferred, more money from the sale of the crypto can continue to work for the original sellers, possibly for the rest of their lives. In fact, their kids can also inherit the trust intact. Best of all, you are the only one that ever holds the keys to the crypto. These 3 simple scenarios are only a few examples. There are obviously many more, both simple and complex, and there are many ways to apply this tax strategy either individually or in combination with others. So to learn more about this strategy and the many other tax benefits it offers, as well as other tax deferral options, visit our website and contact one of our consultants for a complimentary consultation today.
Yeah, it's awesome. Chris made that video. I'm like, yeah, dude, I'll play it. It's great. Oh, let me. Oh boy, it's still playing. You guys can hear, it, right? There's still a video. I gotta figure out how to get it to stop playing. Got it. Okay. So yeah, that was cool. If you guys are interested in it, obviously, DeFiWealthTrust.com, book a call with them. It's free. And setting up is free. And at the very least, have it in your back pocket. So that way, when you make your mad gains, you have it there. And if you don't make mad gains for some odd reason, then no harm, no foul, don't hurt to have it there ready for you. So let's visit you guys in the comments section and see how everyone's doing. One more housekeeping item. Today is Hex Week. Actually, yesterday was the start of Hex Week. I'll be speaking at it tonight. I think at 7:15 p.m. EST. Got a couple slots this week that I'm going to be on there for. And so go support RH Max. Go watch Hex Week. It's going to be a lot of fun. And he's got like, I don't know, 50, 60, 70 speakers, something crazy. So go and support them. It'll be a good time. And I'll be tuning in and watching, and then I'll be speaking a couple times. I can't wait. So, all right, guys, 5-minute chart. What is up, man? Good morning, sell pressure. Yeah, man. But we're kind of just hanging out. We got sell pressure. We got buy pressure, and it pushes us sideways. So I'm cool with it. But yes, good morning, sell pressure. Doogaboos, what up, man? Cheers, everyone. What's going on, Doogaboos? How are you doing? NQ and ES took a major dip today. Oh, NASDAQ did? Okay. Well, hey, I think all markets might be in for a little bit of a dip then. I mean, crypto's been rallying pretty hard, so we'll see. This could be like a little bit of a bear trap. Hex on time. Hi, Corey. Let's go. Let's go to the moon. Condor. Good day, Corey. Good day, everyone. Absolutely. The best person to follow for possible predictions for tops and profits. Taking his Collins. Toss crypto. I agree, man. He's awesome. He's a goat. He has a new video out with interesting top predicting chart, BTC versus Tether domination. I saw the video, and Yeah, very interesting. If you guys are interested, go over there and watch that. He has a lot of strong points. Yeah, go watch the video. It's really good. Maybe we'll play it on here sometime. I think it's like a 20-minute video, though. I wish he had like a 5-minute version we could play for you guys. But go over there, Colin's account. He's got it on his Twitter, and you can check it out. So, Andy P, hey Corey, and all you other lovely people, what is going on? Millen Tank CG, that's right, the pump. I got my pump in today. Super happy. Went to the gym. Was there for about an hour and 30 minutes, man. I got a good workout. In my city, builders are going bankrupt daily. I feel for those that got into pre-bills that are worth 30% less than what they purchased for. Yeah, that's brutal, man. And that's why now they're selling for much less. You know, they have to get buyers into those houses. And so what better way to underprice the market? Man, a crash is coming, guys. God, that's the writing is all over the wall. Real estate is your main, like that is your main projected. Like you can look at real estate and what it's doing, and you'll see the future. Like everything else is going to follow suit. Real estate is a massive asset class. You got to understand that. And I think it's going to be the opportunity of a lifetime if you have the capital to pounce. Make a bunch of money in crypto now, guys. We're going to get this nice bull run, and then it'll be time. Can you talk about the huge selling pressure on Pulse Chain ecosystem? Every uptick gets eaten. I don't think that's the case in early days. No, man, that is absolutely wrong. I will prove it to you again. What about, once again, it's all about TA, man. It's all about TA. What about this uptick? So down, make a nice, perfect lower high. I care about TA. I care about market structure. What happened to this uptick? Held strong. We are going to come down and retest this midpoint here. Once we test the midpoint, that is your last call for DCA, and then it's off to the moon again. It will price up. Everybody has a price point they're willing to sell their bags. This here was we hit their price target. They sold their bags. Here, we're hitting a new price target. People are selling their bags. We'll retest the midpoint, and then we'll push up again. This is normal market dynamics. Follow the TA to keep your emotions in check. This is perfect structure. This is against the dollar, and this is on the weekly, guys. On the weekly. You couldn't ask for a better scenario, in my opinion. So there's the answer to that. Don't get shaken out. Don't do it. It might take a gamble on commercial high rises. I might take a gamble because I think governments will offer grants to retrofit those residents, revive the city. Yeah, it could, man. I mean, they have it here in Puerto Rico already. You can get grants for like hotels. And I'm not interested in investing in Puerto Rico, though, but I think you'll see a lot more of that nationwide when the crash comes. You get that. You get that absolutely correct. How I made that's talking crap. Yep. Dude, I give him all the credit, man. I always do. It's not me. It's Collins. But I want to make sure you guys are aware of the data. Well, he got it from someone else. I think he got some of it from Ro Powell. There's a lot of coincidences between the two guys, but they're both goats, man. So it don't matter. But we might not ever get another 70% drop anymore because we have 12 trillion from 401k markets. Yeah, I mean, dude, BlackRock's selling right now, man. It's the 12 trillion from 401k markets that are going to create the next bear market. BlackRock, Fidelity, Chase, they're the ones that are going to be selling on our heads when the end of the cycle's coming. Mark my words. They will create the next massive dip. And you're right. Maybe it's not 70% how I made because we're seeing less volatility every cycle, right? So maybe it's 50%. I don't know, right? Maybe Bitcoin hits 160 and we dip down to $60,000. I don't know. Or 80,000. 80,000 would be 50% dip from 160. So maybe we hit 160, we go to 80, who knows? But yes, the volatility is dampening, that's for sure, because the last cycle, I think it was like 80 or 90%. But don't fall for the institutions are going to save us. They ain't going to save us. They're the ones that are going to wreck us. D-Nice hitting the rewind. I love it. Let's go, D-Nice. Sounds like counterparty risk. It's not, man. The trust isn't. You hold your own keys. You're in control. We onboarded all of them into DeFi. We wanted to make sure that you were the ones that control your own assets. You just got to let them know what you're doing so they can, it's all protected legally, but there's no counterparty risk whatsoever. Got to stop adding humans in crypto. There isn't in the trust, man. It's just you and the and your keys, man. That's it. Hey, man, thanks, Dugaboos. I appreciate it. What else, Frackberg? Man, I haven't seen you in around a while. Boy, where you been, man? Poking back up. Man, we could use some of your TA, dude. You want to come on sometime? I'd love you to come in here and talk about that massive fat W on all the core assets that are on the weekly, man. Tell me what you think of that stuff. Yeah, dude, I'd love that if you come on sometime as some TA. Hey, Corey, can these trusts be set up from any country? Nah, man, unfortunately, man, this is U.S. based only. I'm sorry, man. I wish we're working on trying to figure out what instruments are in other countries that look like this type of product, so I can share that with you guys. Because Chris, he knows like a lot of people, right? Like in the industry, right? And so like I told him, man, he needs to go out there and find stuff in other countries that we can, maybe at least give you guys like, hey, a handoff, like, hey, go talk to this bro in the UK. He helps you with this. Like, we need something like that. So, yeah, well, we'll see what happens. Condor will do. Any comments on the selling price? I just did that, man. I just showed you the chart and I give you my comments on it. We are doing exactly what I anticipated for us to do. We need to go back and touch that midpoint on the fat ass W we just created, right? We got to go back and test that before we can blast off. That's just proper market structure. Like all you guys want everything just go up to the right, just up to the right. This shit doesn't work that way. You have to create market structure. You have to. Yoon, what up, bro, man? Good to see you. How you doing, man? You still out in Puerto Rico, dude? Good to have lunch or something if you're still out here, man. I'm only out here for another three months or so. I'm out here and then I'm leaving for good. So, well, I'll be back for 2 months next year. I'm leaving for good. We're moving, but like I'm coming back for 2 months next year. But yeah, man, let me know if you're still here. Shoot me a DM on Twitter. Love to meet up. CTP, I own a plumbing company. You can say right now is the worst I've ever seen. People are struggling with them. It's coming, bro. It is coming, dude. Holy crap. Real estate is the predictor. You know how many wells are left? Not enough, man. I want more to leave, Skywalker. Not enough, my friend. Beyond all, if we hold this level in the core price and BT starts rebounding to all-time high, the cores will move significantly inorganically. That is absolutely 100% correct. Yep. I want to go back and touch that midpoint. Let's get proper TA, good market structure. I want to build something here. Sustainability, not a big giant God candle that fakes out and retraces. We want sustainability, market dynamics, and that's what good TA is. And that's what we want to see in the chart. And we're forming that. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going, man. Pulse Chain, insane gains. I love your name. Let's go. Yeah, dude, seriously. You guys right here. Chart, Sprack is a TA like expert. Like the guy's GOAT, next level. And charts look not good, but God. He probably misspelled it, but I'll tell you what, it was perfect. Charts look God. They do. It's on the weekly, guys. God, remove your emotions. That's all you got to do. Remove the effing emotion out of it. Condor, when unlock DeFi trust internationally. Yeah, like if you're on Mars, can you do the DeFi wealth trust? Internationally, yeah, man, we're working, like I said, we're working on referrals. We'll see what we can do, dude. I don't know. Yeah, I wish we could get something like this for everybody in everyone's hands, right? It's awesome. Everyone who's had held strong and still here, we're all going to make it. Exciting times are just around the corner. I agree, Handy P. That is 100% correct. And Easy Offer, what up, bro, man? I don't know if you've ever been on my show before. He's in our community. It's awesome. He's another fellow real estate guy. Watch out, buddy. The crash is coming. Rewind the show. I gave some data points. And I did a show last week all on real estate and why it's going to crash. Perfect stuff for time for price to go up soon. Yes, on crypto, we are about to go moon time, baby. Oh, my man, the myth, the man, the legend, Hex Monkey, insane on Pulse Chain. What up, bro? Man, love Hex Monkey. You gonna be on the Hex week, bro? Hope to see you over there, man. I'll be on twice. Hope to see you over there, dude. Condor, that already is great to hear. Yes, absolutely, Condor. I agree 100%. 197 of you guys watching. Give me a retweet if you're on Twitter. Come on, let's go. And give me 34 on YouTube. Smash the like, hit the subscribe if you like this content. And we're going to keep bringing the good word of wealth creation through cryptocurrency and wealth preservation through real estate right around the next crash. Eliminate all motions, man. That's it, man. Seriously, dude. And that's why these TA guys, they're able to really make some money because they're able to do that. Like Sprack Burger has the gift of removing emotion and looking at the charts and going, guys, you are effing stupid for not buying. Hey, it's just TA, right? All right, guys, I'm going to hop off. I'll see you over in Hex Week. I'm there twice. I'll be there tonight at around 7-ish. And then I'm there again on, I think on Friday around 3. This is EST time. But I'll be hanging out all week in there, participating, hanging out, watching, supporting all our streamers. I love what everyone does. You guys are absolutely amazing. Remember, if you want to keep DCAing and absolutely create that legacy wealth in your life, all you got to do is go out in the real world and create value to your fellow man, fellow woodman. And that for that value, you get what's called money, right? And you can take that money and you put it in crypto and you get 100x your effing life. It's a secret sauce, man. Come on. Let's go. All right, guys. I love every single one of you guys. I will see you tonight on Hex Week. Peace.